Good evening, everyone, as we welcome you to the All-State Hometown High School Football Game of the Week from Northwestern High School. And yep, it's senior night tonight here at Northwestern High School, and we've probably seen about 700 or 800 seniors out there so far. The Warriors hosting the Braves of Shawnee. Tonight's football game is being brought to you by our local All-State agent, Jim Twiggs. Hello, everyone. Lee Riley right here with you, being joined as always tonight by Gary Littell. Gary, let's check the keys to victory for the Shawnee Braves, brought to you by Dave Keel Chevrolet.
Well, before we even get to the coin toss, the Braves have to decide who's going to show up on defense. And then they first have to, after they do that, they got to get that focus, spread the ball around on offense, and then keep up the momentum. Lee, who are the players to watch for the Braves?
Well, let's go on offense. Number 5, and he's a load. Senior quarterback Robbie Glass, who leads the CBC in rushing with 487 yards, is 5th in passing with 330. No touchdown passes yet. He's got to get that going. On defense, number 7, senior Jaden Hall, who leads the Braves with 10 total tackles and first in the league with 3 sacks. Gary, what about the homestanding Northwestern Warriors, and what are some of their keys to victory?
Well, their defense is really showing up here as of late, and they have to take advantage of any turnovers tonight. Now, the Warriors have to continue to be stingy. Don't let this Robbie Glass and everybody else go crazy on you on defense. And the Warriors also need to bounce back and regain focus and execution. Now, let's check out the players for Northwestern, Lee.
And again, another quarterback. Look for number 3 on offense for the Warriors. He's senior quarterback Gavin Thomas, has thrown for 6 TDs and only 1 interception. On defense, it's number 80, sophomore Blake Burge, who has 12 tackles and 2 sacks already. Shall we? Let's check out this week's football poll as we see who you think is going to win tonight's football game of the week. Tonight, it looks like you are picking, and let's go the Shawnee Braves, 74% to 26%.
Or Northwestern
Warriors. Yeah. Northwestern Warriors. And you can take part in our weekly poll, and you don't have to wait till the day of the ball game or the night of. Anytime you want, following us on Facebook, you'll find us at www.facebook.com/localtv for me. We'll have more of the pregame as the teams will be taking the field. We'll have the eyes on the officials, opening kickoff, and a whole lot more. It's the All-State Hometown High School Football Game of the Week as Northwestern host the Shawnee Braves on Local TV for me, Sports Network.
You're watching the Hometown High School Football Game of the Week on WRCX Television, brought to you by our local All-State agent, Jim Twiggs. Tonight's game is also being brought to you by the IH Credit Union, Los Mariachis Mexican Restaurant, and Springfield Clark CTC.
I'm a Tex Walker. I'm paying more attention to my LOLs and OMGs and the CARs that are about to HIT me.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an All-State agent. Are you in good hands?
I'm Nick Jacobson, and I'm a senior in the Electrical Trades program at the Springfield Clark CTC. Currently in my class, we are being taught motor controls and 3-phase commercial power. My goal is to further my education through an apprenticeship and become a power distribution lineman, and all I had to do was commit. Career opportunities making meaningful impact today. For more information, visit www.scttc.org.
A lot has changed in 80 years. Where we live, the cars we drive, and even how we do our banking. But at the IH Credit Union, some things will never change, like our commitment to helping our members build better lives. The IH Credit Union will always be member-owned and will always step up and do what's right for our members and our community. Stop in today and check out what has changed as well as what will never change at the IH Credit Union.
Tonight, here they come, the home-standing Northwestern Warriors hosting the Shawnee Braves. Under the direction of head coach Shane Carter, coming in at 2-1 on this young football season. All right, Gary, what do you say we check out the officials for tonight's football game? That's being brought to you, of course, by the greeter Ohio Ice.
Going to be Mark Bergsman. And our linesman is John Sheckley. Line judge is Mark Smith, and the umpire, John Knight. And the back judge is going to be watching all the pass interference calls, Mark Carpenter.
Eyes on the is believing. Let's let you go in and watch what goes on.
Ladies and gentlemen, head coach Shane Carter and Shawnee's head coach Rick Meeks represent the Ohio High School Coaches Association, the Ohio.
Calls tails.
We call words tails. What's that tail? You put in the second half or you can take the ball? You want to defer to the second half. You definitely ball. We're going to keep it like that. We're going to keep it. What's that going on? Put your backs to the respect them. Northwestern is one to call. And they have deferred to the second half. Springfield Shawnee.
And as you noticed right there, they won the toss, and they decided to receive the football, and that being the Northwestern Warriors, as the Shawnee Braves will be kicking off, Gary, and that's going to be interesting, being senior night, just to see what Northwestern can do. And I've talked to a couple other people and said, do you want to stop counting the scoring when they both got 50 at the end of the first quarter?
Make it a tie game. Well, if you look at the background there's Coach Meeks, and of course Shane Carter is right there and talking to the officials. But right in the background was a little storm that came over us and started to dust us, and we were talking about it when we were getting set up here earlier. The last time we were here, it poured down rain, big time.
But I still can never forget the game at Shawnee when the lightning struck. I was calling the play-by-play, and all of a sudden, we had no more lights.
That's right, no more lights. And here's the presentation they're doing right now.
Okay.
This is Barrett Strong, and we'll let the camera do the speaking here.
All right, we're just about ready to go. Shawnee is about ready to take the football field right now. Northwestern, and that's a little lot because Northwestern normally would be the last one out. And our condolences, as it might be, to somebody that was very, very big when I was a kid, Howard Hopalong Cassidy, who passed away at the age of 85, was like the number 3 man in the draft when he got out of college and went to the Detroit Lions for quite a while.
Here comes Shawnee, the Shawnee Braves, with a pretty good record, 2-1 right now. The only game they lost was a tough one right off the bat. First game of the season to Greenan, who's really bounced back in the last couple of years.
Yeah, but that was kind of a strange ball game too, because the Greenan ball game, Shawnee had the yardage, they had about 500 and some yards, but every time they get down, and we've talked about it how often, where they shoot themselves in the foot and the ball goes back.
Well, it's the first game too.
You're absolutely
the first
right.
game you're going to have those jitters, and it's just, you want to come out strong, and sometimes you just try too hard and it doesn't work out. But that's what we were saying in the open here tonight, is that I think Northwestern needs to bounce back after last week, and really take advantage of the things they did wrong and improve on them.
And to be honest, that was a very, very, very close ball game, because Northwestern had been pretty successful in knocking off Southeastern and Northeastern, and then losing last week to Milton Union. And we are just about ready to go for the opening kickoff, as it will be Northwestern kicking off, and it'll be Shawnee receiving the opening kickoff. I think I had that wrong at the very beginning. So here we go. We're just about ready to go. 48 minutes of football action here from Taylor Field on the campus of Northwestern High School. Getting ready to approach the football is Anthony Chestnut. And it's going to be a short little pooch kick, going to bounce at the 30, picked up at the 25, and then down at about the 32-yard line. So not a whole lot of running room there, but that's probably what they wanted. Picking up the football for Shawnee was number 54, Dylan Nangle. And he said, okay, that's enough. We're not going to fumble the football. Let's have good field position. That's what they've got.
And that's what they're doing right now. They're talking to Coach Meeks on the sideline there as they set up the ball on the, like you said, the 32-yard line. And that's not a bad starting point for a team that has over 1,000 yards rushing, folks, so far this season. And we're in what, week 4?
Week 4, yeah.
Well, we haven't even finished week 4.
Now, how many yards is that before they get a touchdown?
Oh, my God, that's 10.
60
right there. Yeah, 10 right there.
Robbie Glass. Let's see. He's been running the football quite well, thank you. Leads the CBC in rushing with over 400 yards. Hands it off over that right side. And, well, that's a nice second effort. Nice second effort. I thought being just stopped right there at the line of scrimmage was Shane Beam. And he picked up about 3 yards on the play. So it's going to bring up second down and about 7 yards to go for that first down.
Brings up second down.
And this is a football team, Gary, over the years that when we first started watching Shawnee, they were Division II. Now,
D5.
D5, but one of the bigger D5 schools around. Handing the ball off in there again, and some nice blocking. But look at that.
Well, in on that tackle again is Colton Berner, number 30, and he was in on the tackle before. I wanted to see if we could see that, but he's been shooting in there two times right away from his linebacker position, making the tackle there, and it's going to be 3rd and short.
Yeah, but look at the gang tackling they get once the first hit is made. There were only 3 people from Northwestern standing away from the football. Everybody else was on top of it. 3rd down. About 3 yards to go for the first down. And he had to keep it one time or another on this drive. Robbie Glass, and he will not be denied as he crosses the 45, gets it out to about the 46-yard line. That's going to be plenty, and that's going to be our first down of the ball game.
Corbin Spencer in there, 6'4", 240 in on that tackle, just trips him up, but you got to hit Robbie Glass in the backfield just to slow him down, because once he gets going, he's a hard guy to bring down.
Yeah, he sure is. And like I had mentioned, he leads the league in rushing right now with 487 yards. Passing, not doing bad. He is 5th in the conference, but he hasn't thrown a touchdown yet. Nice running room trying to hit that corner and getting some nice yardage out there on that right side is Matt Geyer.
Now watch this on the replay here. What happens is he's going to go and it's a give and go. It's a little play option here, and he hands off. He gives it to Geyer, and he comes around that outside, and he's done pretty well so far this season. And he's going to be tackled again by number 30 coming across there, and he's been doing a gangbastard job. That's Colton Berner. He's done a great job tonight.
Pickup of 9 and a yard to go. And trying to get the ball. Nice defense by Northwestern.
That's Jonah Hay, rather. And you're going to see this stop on this replay as it comes back. And Glass looking for the signals, looking to the sideline, seeing what kind of coverage he has. And there he is, number 30 in the background again for Northwestern. And the handoff is not there this time. He's going to keep it, so he comes around, and big number 64 comes shooting through there, Jonah Hay. And that's where we are right now, so it's 3rd and short.
Yeah, they wouldn't give him anything in the middle. 3rd down and about a yard to go for that first down. Robbie Glass, hands off.
Does not get it.
Nailed at the line of scrimmage that time was Matt Geyer.
Now watch this replay.
Took his feet out right from underneath him.
Watch this replay now, folks.
Brings up 4th down and 2.
And he's going to be hit real hard here. Now here comes the linebackers are coming in tight. Look at that block. And 52 shoots in there. That's Mitchum with the tackle. And it's going to be 4th and 2 now. They lost a yard. They're going for it.
4th down, 2 yards to go for the first down. Let's see if Robbie runs it or decides he wants to pass it. Hands it off. Oh, nice running room.
See you later.
Straight up the middle. How many times do you see this? Short yardage, and it ends up going for 44 yards. Check that. 44 yards. 44 yards for the touchdown, and Shawnee, just like that, leads it to the tune of 6-0. And boy, these guys can run the football. They've been doing that all season long.
Matt Geyer is the guy you want to watch. Everybody wants to key all the time on Robbie Glass, but Matt Geyer is a real effective runner for Shawnee.
The kick is up, and the kick is good by Andy Meeks. And Andy so far has made all but 3 of her extra points. So she has not yet tried the field goal, but has done well with the extra points. And there we have it, 7-0. It's one thing Rick Meeks has done over the years is, golly, what is the last 10, 15 years?
Yeah, it's been a long time that you've had female kickers, and it's not just because they're female. It's they're really, really good soccer players, and that's where it gets. But most of the teams are starting to do that now. As you remember, in Springfield, they had a Megan Pendergast. She was a soccer player, and she was one of the first women to ever kick an extra point in the Ohio State University Stadium.
Yes.
And then,
and it was the first one we saw.
And Garbarich, I think, or I can't remember, was the first one that kicked an extra point at the Hall of Fame Stadium. So, pretty neat statistic to be the first of those 2 places.
Yeah, it sure is. Of course, when you ask them, they probably just want to be referred to as a football player. One of the guys on the team.
Well, you remember the very first year we did this, 20 years ago, we had a female kicker, and she's now a mother of, I think, 2 or 3 small children. Yeah, no, that was in Graham.
That's
Graham,
right.
And it was really sad because they went in at halftime, and she went with the trainer in the side door. It was just a classroom or a restroom off to the school, and then all the other players were off to the right.
Well, that one is dribbled across the ground, still not picked up. Finally is picked up at the 25, and then is going to be decked right there as he tried to get some running room, but none for Gordon on that run. Don't forget our athlete of the week, our student athlete of the week. Let's put our hands together for Matthew Hart of Northwestern High School, the International Harvester Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. And don't forget, right there, go to the website and make sure that you vote for a Student Athlete of the Week, somebody who's just an outstanding citizen, does well with the grades, and does well in the sport that they're playing as well. And again, Matthew Hart, Northwestern High School. A little bit of a high snap, but there's some running room. And taking the ball up the middle for the Northwestern Warriors, number 9, Ben Van Noord.
And he's the guy they're going to hand off to all night long. Van Noord's, one of their leading scorers there.
And you can throw the ball to him, too, because he's got some good hands. Very good hands. Over the years, I don't know that I'd like to see him go back in the huddle again. I don't know what this does because nobody really runs it as quick as they should.
Back to Van Noord again.
Yeah, he's got a nice hole straight up the middle.
First down.
He's across the 40, and he's got enough for the first down by a couple of yards. Going to mark it at the 41-yard line, so the middle is opening up.
And as you see here on this replay, he's going to get that handoff again as he comes up the middle and shooting across and making the first incidental contact is Jaden Hall. And that's where they are right now at first down.
Good snap from center. Tried to reverse his field, Van Noord, and got away from the original tacklers, but was not, at least, it was not to be denied, and that being the Shawnee Braves. Loss on the play.
Initial contact on the tackle was number 8. Got it.
Hey, be ready to check.
Waiting for Gavin Thomas to throw the football. He's got 6 TDs and only 1 interception so far this year. Goes back. Coming across the middle, got an open receiver, got it and dropped.
Oh, look at that.
Got it and dropped. Wade Reynolds had the football right there. There were a couple of defenders, but he had split the defenders.
And he's going to get some pretty good protection here from his front line there. And he fakes that handoff. Look at the time he has to pass. No one around on that rush. And this ball is just perfectly laid in there. Enough air under it. Hit him right in the hand, but I think he might have had it a little stripped out of there, a little pushing and shoving. Putting his hand in there was David Hawk, so I think he might have ripped it out of there, Lee.
That was a nice pass, too.
Oh, beautiful pass. But you got to catch those. You got to hang on to those.
And, well, the quarterback I'm talking about just squared up and threw it just perfectly, and there's some whistles going on. Looks like an official timeout here. And I'm not quite sure what they're pointing at. I know the yards to go has not been working. I don't think there's anything else on the clock.
timeouts seem to be there.
Yeah, everything else, but
The play clock's working.
But I've noticed the one time I looked up, it still said 3rd and 10. It was like 3rd and 2.
Well, he's coming over here right now to talk to Coach Carter down there on your left portion of the screen. Looking like the timing's off on the clock or something.
Could be. Yeah, they are switching the clock.
Let's see what they ask.
I think it was the incomplete pass, and the clock continued to.
I think that's. Yeah, I bet you're right.
Yeah.
I bet you're exactly right.
Well,
I can't see where I'm sitting here from the clock, but you can.
And whistles again.
There's a timeout,
Shawnee wants it. So just like that, we got the clock stoppage right 2 in a row. And it's going to be first down and 10. And here are the standings coming in. And look at Northwestern. Over the last couple of years, they've won, 11 or 12 games. And that's unheard of over the years for Northwestern. They've got some people that are teaching football around here. And it all starts with the head coach, Shane Carter, as they trail Graham and North Union. But they're all tied at 2-1.
Right, but look at the points for there for North Union, 109 or 108. Northwestern 99, right in there. But the thing that really surprises me here is Urbana. You know, this is I think like the second year. You're going to have those years where you have down years, but when you look at points for 19 points, that's unheard of.
Well, see, that used to be what they were giving up.
That's
was
right.
19 points for the whole season.
And now look at that, 167. So time out there, and you know one thing you got to remember with the weather like this, that we were even talking about, you got to stay hydrated because you can cramp up here real fast.
Well, we got our water in the press box.
We sure did.
Yeah.
We sure did. And we want to thank everybody and Mr. Hobby as well as they treat us over here at Northwestern. Great people.
Met me there at the gate and let me right in, and I was here probably about 1 o'clock. Rolling, looking.
Oh, look at that move.
Nice, eluding one tackler and then heads up the field. He's going to pick up, you know what, as far back as he was, all the way back at about the 30, he picked up positive yardage.
Now watch this replay. He's going to get this. He's not going to panic back here. Some quarterbacks will try to get rid of the ball or throw it into the ground near a receiver. Watch him sidestep this defender coming in there, and he just went whoop right around the corner, sidestepped Tyler Mercer, and then coming in, of course, is number 7 for the Jaden Hall coming in there for that last hit to put him down. But that was pretty effective. Didn't get the first down, so there's their punt.
Nice snap. Nice high kick. And getting away from the football. And this is going to take a nice roll for Northwestern. Goes all the way down to the 11-yard line. And that's where Shawnee will put the football in play with the running game that they've got going. It's fantastic. And look at the sidelines here for the Northwestern Warriors. Couple of heads down, but you know this is an early ball game. You've got an offense that can score. Coaching staff out there yelling some positive thoughts to the defense, and the defense so far this season has not done all that bad for the Northwestern Warriors. As a matter of fact, they're giving up like 11 points a game while scoring 33 a game.
Yeah, that's not too bad. And then you look at the other side for Shawnee giving up 27 points.
Yes, yes. Big chunk of that change was done in just one ball game for both of these.
Kind of a hole right now for Shawnee back at the 10.
Yeah, it is. Nice running room over to this near side. Found a little bit of running room as they reached for the football, almost pulled it out of there, but then holding on to the football and continuing was Wes Schiller.
Yeah, Wes is going to get the handoff here as he comes in motion. Glass is going to get the snap, hands it off. Look at that hole he has to go through, and then Glass misses this block. If Glass makes that block, then he's going to have the extra yardage. So that's one thing they might want to look at when they go into halftime and see what they have to do to hit those blocks.
And that was almost simultaneously the reaching for the football and the missed block. All right, Shawnee is ready. They still play it pretty tight. They got a couple of wide receivers. There's the flag. Guess what this might be, and find some running room straight up the middle and doing a nice job, as he has done all year long. Robbie Glass gets it across the 30, but that's going to go back.
Here's the flag right now. And coming up here, Martin Borgsman is going to give us the call.
Sideline warning. Yep. What that is going to be. Okay.
I think that's on you, Lee. They're telling you to calm down up here.
Yeah,
you need a sideline warning. You need a timeout.
I need to get to that chicken behind me. Am I hungry? Sure.
Yeah, folks, he only had 2 chicken sandwiches when we got here.
Oh, it was wonderful. Second down. Oh, nice counter plays going in the opposite direction. It was Robbie Glass, and actually that was a good defense by Northwestern. I thought that was going to go for a lot further than it did.
Yeah, the first guy through there misses the tackle, but the second guy comes up, but that's going to move the chains for Shawnee. Nice read by him. He does not give the ball off to Wes Schuler. He keeps it at the top of the screen. The first tackle coming through there misses, and then dragging him down is going to be number 9, and that's Ben Van Noord, the other running back for Northwestern.
And like you always say, Gary, they held their position right there and would not be denied on that tackle. Play clock down to about 10 seconds.
And they hit low. They tackle low for Northwestern.
Nobody in the backfield. Over the middle it goes. Good pass. Good catch, too. Just standing there and waiting was Jaden Hall. And Jaden comes up with, well, he's a big dude.
You can see man-to-man coverage. A little off coverage except for the man in the slot. And you're going to see this pass play here in just a second as he looks down the field. He's going right to one player only, and that's right to number 7, Jaden Hall. And he's brought down by a number 3, Gavin Thomas.
He's 6'1", 210 pounds. That's a stocky kid.
Keep that in mind. That's their first pass tonight, so we'll see if they go back to that at all.
Oh, there's going to be more. There's going to be more of that. That was wide open. Now getting the ball and running it, kind of turning things around, was the guy that just caught the pass, Jaden Hall. He finds some nice running room over the right side, Gary.
Yeah, number 2 is going to meet Devin Current's going to meet this running back head on. Watch this tackle. And it's a nice tackle by Devin, but watch what happens here. It's going to be right here. Boom. Hello. And you know you've run into somebody when you run into a running back like that. He's 210, 6 foot.
He's a load.
Yeah, that's not tiny.
And you get that going forward. Look out. Ball right at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Shawnee Braves. Man in motion, and we've got a whistle, and an illegal procedure is going to be called on Shawnee. And this is something that when I was talking to some of the coaches, that's what happened against Greenon. They'd be moving the ball, then something like that would stop it.
Yeah, you want to move forward all the time, and you don't need to be moving backwards. And look at this clock already. 3 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and we just have that one score. So.
But it's been some pretty good football out there. Northwestern even moved the ball well, but then they got hung up and had to punt it. So we'll see if they can dig out of this one. It's only a 5-yard penalty, but sometimes you say only, but the momentum. Grabbing for his ankles, not getting
Oh, look at that tackle. Oh, my goodness.
In the backfield, and just like a rag doll was Corbin Spencer, Gary.
Yeah, Corbin Spencer's tiny, 6'4", 240. And watch him, he throws him down like he's throwing luggage in the back of his car. Watch this. He's going to spin him around and go, hello, I got you here. And it's not a horse collar, but there they go right there.
And Devin Current, what you have to do is you take a look at him, the way he reached back. Maybe that messed the whole play up. Ball just across the 41-yard line. Boy, they got trips down to the bottom of the screen. Here comes Robbie. Robbie's being chased as well, and he looks, going for it all. Got a receiver, and was it caught?
Yes, it was.
Oh, coming back to catch that football. What a nice play by Drew Mitch. Drew Mitch came up with that football, and coming into the ball game, Drew Mitch, of course, leading the receivers this year. Just a fine football player.
Now, what happened here is the receiver, who had good coverage. Matthew Hart already has 2 interceptions so far this year. He had good coverage, but the receiver saw that it was underthrown just a little bit and was able to get back, and the Hart couldn't get to it, and there you go. It's a first down, and it's going to be on the 20-yard line. 20 yards to go for another score with just under 2:40 left to go.
But that's a big thing going on is to go back for the ball now on the receivers.
Yep.
And flag is being thrown. I just watched his feet start to move in there, and nobody was going to stop Jaden Hall.
On the carry, tackle on the play by number 80.
And that was a flag thrown at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold. Yeah, bring it back again. And this does not make Coach Spitzer very happy at all over there on Shawnee's side.
No.
Because he is one of the best defensive coordinators around, and he doesn't tolerate that, and he coaches against that. So, you get so close, you get antsy, and you want to get another score. And this could be a really close ball game, so you want to put up some points.
And as was told to me, they just kept shooting themselves in the foot against Green, and that's what's happened here, although they've been able to pick up positive yardage on that last time when they had to go back 5 yards. But it was the pass play from Robbie Glass. Remember now, he doesn't have a touchdown pass this season yet. As he keeps it, rolls, looks, got a man wide open.
Now he does.
The corner,
now he does.
Now he does. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Shawnee Braves.
Now watch this. On
Oh,
the
that was
replay.
a beaut.
He comes back, rolls right, throws at the last minute, and he has to jump, put some air under it, and he throws it a little short this time, but that's okay because Wes Schuler says, I got it. And that's a touchdown for Wes Schuler, number 3.
That was number 6 down there, wasn't it? Is that number 6? I thought that was Drew Mitch that came up with it. And the defender kick is up, and it is good. It makes it 14-0. And I was watching, but the defender, Ben Van Noord, kind of slowed up. And when the ball was in the air, he finally then made a run for it, but it was way too late.
Yeah, I thought that was Wes Schuler down there. I thought it was number 3 because we're clear across the field here, and I'm not sure who. I thought that's who it was.
Okay, well, it could have been.
Because it was number 3 is what I had because he's a lot smaller than Matt Geyer is.
Look at Shawnee. You're going, boy, look how far down they are. They are 2-1. They are tied for 3rd place with Bell Fountain and Kenton Ridge with 2-1 marks. But other than London, who was, what kind of offense does that at London have? 166 points. I thought Shawnee was doing well with their 130 points. They've given up 80, though, on the defense, where London has given up 28. But leading the way, just kind of keeping it on even keel, Jonathan Alder. That's going to be some pretty good standings all year long.
Number 66, Adam Myers to kick for the Braves. Back to receive number 9.
14-0 on senior night. And I'm not so sure this is where Northwestern wanted to be with 2:19 left in the first quarter of action. And I'm quite sure that Shane Carter doesn't like it either and has talked to his offense over here on the sideline. So let's see if they make any massive strides. And just kind of pooching the ball. I don't want to give anybody a chance to run it back and going down on one knee and basically
Kyle
downing
Crew,
it right there.
no,
Yeah.
Van Noord. And that's a smart move. Instead of trying to pick it up, having it bobbled and fumbled, and it's really not too bad a field position. You're going to spot it at the, 26-yard line?
Well, you got to remember, football is called a ball, but it's not round. And that's a rascal to try to pick up sometimes. 26-yard line, first down, 10 yards to go with 2:19 remaining. There was Shane Carter running in front of the camera. I think he was running in the direction that they're going on offense. He wants a touchdown bad. Shotgun. Handed off, coming to this near
Van
direction.
Noord.
Boy, Van Noord got a little bit of running room, and then catching him quick was Tyler Mercer. He made a great break on the ball.
And you can see he's going to go in motion here. And as he comes in motion, handoff. And look at the block on the outside. Almost sealed him, just didn't quite get him, but there's a nice block down below. And it wasn't really a block, he just avoided it.
Yes.
And then he was tackled out of bounds by Tyler Mercer.
2:13 clock stop with the out of bounds. Looking into that flat is going to keep it. Kind of a quarterback keeper, quarterback sneak, quarterback draw, whatever. Quarterback up the football. 4 yards on the play. Going to bring up second down and about 6 to go for the first down.
Tackle on the play by number 11, Rudy Scanlon.
That's one thing. Northwestern has been able to move the football tonight and have looked pretty good at it. It's just that they made that one mistake, which cost them.
Boy, there's a nice tackle coming through
Very
there.
nice.
Big 88's Evan Thomas scooting through there.
Van Noord treated rudely and was thrown to the ground.
I think what happened there, right at the beginning, the quarterback slipped. Gavin Thomas had a little slip, and it was lucky he got that handoff off. And that timing was kind of thrown off, and that's what happened on that, I think.
Absolutely right. 1:13 remaining here in this first quarter of action. So far, a quickie. We've got clouds all around us, but just a little bit of sprinkle here and there. That's about all that we have had. As you see Van Noord going up into the slot on the left side.
Playing pass here, only 3 defenders on the line.
Must be a little slippery out there in spots. Oh, it was nice pass, but could not keep his feet in bounds to make the play. Was number 15. Am I looking there for the, it was Wade Reynolds.
As he's being pursued here by 88 again, and that's Evan Thomas. He's going to roll to the right, finds his man, and just a little bit too far to the outside. Both feet are up. You only need 1 foot, and he's out of bounds. And in on that coverage for Shawnee was going to be Robbie Glass, and saying, "Thank you." Here's a punt.
This is something you don't want, Gary. Is this Shawnee ball club has been able to move the football?
You can't give them the ball back every time and expect not to have any points put up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, 3 and out just should not happen with this offense that Northwestern has. As the ball is going to bounce and go dead at about the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Shawnee Braves. Don't forget you can pick up your copy today. The fall edition of the sports page is on newsstands and sponsor locations right now. www.localtvforme.com. You can read what some of the teams are hoping for and what they've got and what they lost.
Yeah, and all you have to do is just look around, and you can go to Sunoco on St. Paris Pike at First Street, the Muffler Brothers. Go to all over town. You will find them at the stores and also businesses throughout Springfield, Urbana, and even over there at the Mechanicsburg.
And even see it here if you're at the ball games this year. Make sure you grab one of the papers. And you just may be flipping through and go, "Oh, I know that. That's my son." Hand the ball off straight up the middle, and again some decent running room, but picking up most of that yardage on his own as he got up about a 4-yard gain, and that was Matt Geyer. Matt Geyer's not huge, but you know what? He's a strong runner.
Oh, yeah, really strong runner. And coming through there trying to make that tackle was Colton Berner, and he had to hang on for dear life as the clock is ticking away. We're down to 14 seconds, and I think that's going to probably do it. Nobody's called timeout as that clock continues to run. That's about it there, Lee.
Yeah, because Shawnee is already over there at the sidelines, and they're saying that's it. That is the end of the first quarter. It is 14-0. In favor of Shawnee over Northwestern. More action coming up with Shawnee and Northwestern on the local TV for me, Sports Network.
You're watching the Hometown High School Football Game of the Week on WRCX Television, brought to you by our local All-State agent, Jim Twiggs. Tonight's game is also being brought to you by Dave Kale Chevrolet, The Security National Bank, and Harding Road Pharmacy.
At Dave Kell Chevrolet and Chevrolet Trucks, we are proud that customers keep coming back to purchase vehicles. Now we have a brand new showroom that will help us serve our customers better.
We give every customer specialized attention to find the right vehicle at the right price, and we have a wide variety of new and used vehicles to choose from.
Visit us at Dave Kell Chevrolet and experience no-nonsense car shopping.
The best place to purchase a new or used vehicle is at Dave Kell Chevrolet in Mechanicsburg, Ohio.
Greater Ohio Eye Surgeons has a 30-year history of serving the ophthalmic needs of the Miami Valley. The Greater Ohio Eye Surgeons specialize in meeting the medical and surgical eye care needs of the entire family. Dr. Larry Fish, Dr. Gary Lau, and Dr. Scott Stork are committed to providing our patients the best medical care with a personal touch. Schedule your appointment today in Springfield, Urbana, London, or Beaver Creek, because seeing is believing.
Springfield's pharmacy is Harding Road Pharmacy, located 1.5 miles north of the hospital on North Plum Street and Harding Road. Harding Road Pharmacy has been locally owned since 1950.
We not only fill prescriptions that are ready when you are, but our friendly professional staff is always available to answer questions and provide free delivery. We're proud to serve our community, and we invite you to experience why Harding Road Pharmacy is Springfield's hometown pharmacy.
Harding Road Pharmacy is open 7 days a week for prescriptions that are ready when you are.
The Warriors hosting the Shawnee Braves on the All-State Hometown High School Football Game of the Week. Second quarter action just about ready to get kicked off and underway with a 14-0 lead by the Shawnee Braves. I'm a little surprised by the score because I would have thought it would have been maybe even 14-14 at this point.
I agree with you. I thought we would see some more offense coming out Northwestern because I thought they'd be pretty pumped here, and they are pumped. Don't say that they're not pumped. But and I thought Shawnee might even be up even more. They probably should be up even more by now. But right now, that 14-0 is pretty respectable. But they got to make a stop right now if you're Northwestern.
And here goes the leading rusher in the CBC carrying the football and not getting the first down as he actually just ran out of running room. So it's going to bring up a second down and about 3.5 yards to go for that first down.
Yeah, Nathan Dewey chases him down there, the junior. Tracks him down, and it's not very, you wanted to try to drop him about 4 yards short, but he picked up quite a bit. It looks like it's going to be 3rd down and 7, huh? Or 3rd down and 3,
third
rather.
down about 3,
yeah.
Now, they need to stop here in their worst way. That would really help the Mo for the team in red.
They did have that one stop before. And that
well, let's see. It's handed off.
Oh, he pops it to the
nice
outside.
spin move at the line of scrimmage, but I think they're going to down him before he can get to the yard marker, and they did.
Yeah, that's going to be 4th and 2?
Yep. About 2 yards to go for the first down.
And they went for it last time. I don't know if Coach Meeks is that daring down here because that ball's right there at the 30-yard line, Lee.
But
31.
why would you want to do that? And Rick Meeks knows that why. You've got the momentum on your side right now. Why give it to them if they stop it?
Exactly. Don't let them back in it. So that's a no-brainer there. They're going to go ahead and punt this away, and back to punt is who's always going to be punting that ball. That's Robbie Glass. But will he keep it? Probably not down here.
He averages about 40 yards a punt with the punt that he had this year. And timeout's going to be called. Taking a little bit too much time and actually not having enough people in there. And again, that's a mental error. You can't have that. 4th down and 2 yards to go for the first down. 10:40 remaining here in this first half of action. Right now, a 14-0 lead for Shawnee. And don't forget, we've got Marley Hosher, who is going to be throwing for the Warriors and for the Shawnee Braves. It'll be Haley Rucker on our throw for dough, brought to you by Security National Bank.
And we've been close all year long. This is week number 4, and we've had some hit the banner, just missing it, and then we did have a winner.
We did have a winner, but last week they were both just a little bit, they're the cheerleaders.
One of them is going to throw, and Haley is in there. There she is, in the back row, I believe.
Is that her back there?
Yeah, and she's a senior. I was talking to the other cheerleaders. I said, who's throwing? They said, Haley, she's a senior. She's in the locker room. I said, no, I don't need her out now. I said, I don't need her out here now. I just need to get make sure that she knows what we're doing. So.
Can you see her back there? And one of the trainers rubbing her arm down like a pitcher.
Well, they can't because you got the biofreeze that they would have used up here on your knee. There's nothing else down there. Hopefully nobody else needs ointment down there today.
Hide that biofreeze.
That's the only tube they have in the whole school.
Because it works. All right, Robbie Glass again. And Gary made a good point. Is he going to kick it? Yes, he does.
Nice.
Oh, that's a nice one. Like I say, he's been averaging right around 40 a kick. It's taken down at the 30. Nice running room to the corner. And going out of bounds. Here's a flag.
Late flag.
Nowhere close to the football, but Ben Van Noord took a nice run.
Remember that? We had that Shawnee game. They were going to the playoffs, and one of the officials threw a flag, was holding on the opposite side of the field, had nothing to do with the play. Guess what happened? That bumped out Shawnee from the playoffs.
It did.
That was up there in Columbus. Official threw the flag, not even near the play.
Oh, there is 2 flags. There's one back at about the 40, and one here right in front of us at about midfield.
Yeah, blocking the back is going to be declined.
Blocking the back, well, that's going to go against Northwestern. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Where are they going to mark ball? All the way back at about 30?
I still have never figured out that call those years ago. That was, 10 years ago? How they would have made that call, and it had nothing to do with the ball game.
Well, the one that I could never figure out, and I still kid about that to this day, and I couldn't even remember who it was or what it was. It just made an impression, is that they called 2 penalties, one on one team, one on the other. They marked it off 15 yards one way, and then what? Let's mark it up. So it was offsetting penalties.
And that just totally disrupted your sleep pattern.
It
for
did.
that night.
I couldn't sleep for a month. I had nightmares.
Yeah, well, they do the best job they can do. So
yeah, we tried. Van Ord moves a little bit in the backfield. High snap.
Oh, fumble. Oh, he got it back, I think.
It looks like it.
Well, you don't want
it
Evan
looks
Thomas.
Like he wanted to hand it off, and Van Ord didn't take it.
Yeah, now watch big Evan Thomas get his paws in there and almost gets it for Shawnee. And that would have been horrible. Here's the snap.
Yeah, what do you
Not a bad snap. he tried to keep it and pull it back out.
Is that what he did?
Yeah,
Okay.
and he's lucky he got that back because Evan Thomas was right there. Boy, they dodged the bullet there, huh?
I was just looking with Van Noord because he kind of turned around going, whoa, wait a minute. Wasn't I supposed to get that fake? Now he goes back.
Wide open.
Oh, going down that far sideline. Look at
He stopped. He stopped, Lee. He stopped his pattern.
I saw that too, Gary. He
Watch
slowed
here.
down, what, about the 40?
Now watch this pattern. If we can get it, if he keeps going, he has a touchdown.
He's got it.
He just stopped for some reason. And this ball is in the air, and he's still, well, you can't see. He's still running, but right in there is where he slowed down, right there. And I think he might have lost it. Didn't see it at first, but that's a touchdown. And we had another one that we hit him in the hands before. So
that is.
Now that's something they want to work on at halftime and get Wade Reynolds on the right page here.
I have seen that so much this year where people slow down, not thinking they're going to get the football.
And here we go, another pass play.
Third down, 13.
There's another flag.
Ending up, we got a holding penalty.
Oh, there's a big slam down on the ground.
Yeah, that was a big slam.
Gavin Thomas. Boy, that just, you have a pass like that, Lee. You need it so badly to get back in the game, and then what happens the next play? You're trying to protect your quarterback because he's going to throw again because they're kind of put in that position of having to throw the ball more often now.
Well, the ball's at the 40. Picked up positive yardage, but yet not enough, which is going to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, they declined it and fourth down. And they have yet to punt on every possession here so far for Northwestern. But, boy, those, the communication, maybe that is what, I was talking to Shane Carter of what they had to work on at the end of last week's game. They just kind of broke down in communication with the players. And right now they got to fix this really before Shawnee gets another score on the board.
Quickly, yes. Okay, well, they did stop Shawnee the last time. The trouble is you can't put that on your defense.
They've only stopped them twice out of the drive, so that's which is good. I mean, don't get me wrong, but they have to do it from now on, and they have to have, the quarterback and the wide receivers have to be sync up. Granted, there was good coverage down there on with Schuler on the wide receiver, but still, every play that ball's coming to you. You have to have that mindset.
Yeah, the more I think about that, if you're the coach on the sidelines and you see him slowing down on that far sidelines, and you're going, we could have had a score.
Oh, I know, and a lot of teams won't tolerate that too many times.
No. All right. We've got 10 minutes and 18 seconds. Still plenty of time in the first half, and I say plenty of time for Northwestern, but they've got to start moving the football better. They're going to kick it with a 4th and 13. And back to kick the football will be Ben Van Noord. Well, maybe.
No one back to receive there, Lee. They're not going for. They're going to go for it here.
Are they going to go?
Yep.
4th and 13.
Yeah, they go.
Whoa!
Now there's
the
pass.
Got a man open.
Hit.
Intercepted.
Oh no!
But he dropped it.
Right in his hands.
Had he
Robbie
made the
Glass.
interception, it would have been like a punt. So
yeah, that was smart that he did that. He just, I think he just dropped it on purpose because of that. Now watch here on the replay. Up,
he's got it. He's going down and goes up. That's what it looked like.
And right behind him was a guy that was also pretty close to being wide open. Matthew Hart. Was back there as well, and the quarterback has the arm. It's just a matter of good coverage by Shawnee that time. Nobody gave up on the pattern, so that was a good
you were
fix.
right. The way Matthew Hart was standing there, I was going to go.
Yeah. If they go even deeper, he's wide open.
Yeah.
So look at this. The ball's on the 40.
Okay, it's nice to go for something like that if you get it. But now what's this do? All kind of pressure on the defense. Great field position at the 40-yard line.
Schuler on the outside.
Schuler going picking him up and laying him down.
Oh, that is Bradley Irvin.
25, yeah.
Bradley Irvin. Watch this on the replay, folks. And you're going to see Schuler down at the bottom of your screen go in motion. There he goes in motion. Glass sees him in motion, comes back to the quarterback, hands the ball off to him. Could be a quarterback option pass or a halfback pass, but no. He's going to keep it, and then he's going to meet Thunder.
Man, yeah, Evan Hager got him from Northwestern. Was that textbook?
Evan Hager, that was a beautiful tackle.
He picked up maybe a half a yard. That's about it. And keeping the football, yep, Robbie Glass. This is why he leads the league, as he faked it coming toward us, the near sideline, and then just going with the ball.
First down, Shawnee.
Replay here. He says, no, I'm keeping it this time, going to the outside. Look at that nice block on the outside for Shawnee. Turns the corner. He's got that speed and able to tiptoe down the sideline, and automatic first down there.
But you got everybody going in the one direction, then he heads back, and the blocking becomes a little bit easier for your offense because people are then running at you. There's a flag.
Another flag.
Straight up the middle. Clapping the hands down there is Northwestern. And Corbin Spencer apparently heard what it is, and this one will probably go against the Shawnee Braves. Going to be holding on Shawnee. And the line was the 30, so they're going to mark it back. It's going to go all the way back to just inside the 40. That's the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up a first down, but this time first down and about 20 to go for the first down.
And again, this is a real critical for Northwestern on this drive with 9 minutes and change to go in the half to really get a stop here. This is a big pass play.
Oh, here comes the rush. He was really rushed. And can he catch it? No.
Hit him off the top of the helmet as he turned around. And 13, who's in on the coverage, pretty good coverage, but watch this, folks. Matthew Hart, who already has 2 picks this year. If he turns around, this could be number 3. Now watch.
Yes.
The ball's in the air. Man-to-man coverage. He's right with him. Closing in. If he turns around now, he has himself a pick.
He does have an interception. Although Mitch did a pretty good job looking over his back like that.
And he kept his hands up, and I think what he's trying to do, too, he's reading the receiver's eyes and trying to get that arm in the way, but good coverage by Hart.
Second down, and, still 20 yards to go for the first down.
Back to pass again, huh?
Being chased. And looking downfield, he's got a man open, and what a great play. Stepping in there was Gavin Thomas, who almost intercepted his counterpart.
Oh, my. And that's going to Schuler. Gavin Thomas. And the quarterback
watch this,
could have stolen this in a second. He's going, I can go. Yeah.
Get some stickum. Fred Bolitnikoff.
And that's a quarterback, they're ones that, are getting the snaps, from center all the time. So he's just, I think he just saw that and just thought, this is too good to be true.
He saw the end zone.
Here we go again.
Big rush, trying to set up the screenplay. And with the screenplay.
Nice pressure by 54 shooting through there. DeMar McKinney. Now watch this on the replay. He's going to make this pass very hurried. Here comes the blitz.
Oh, yeah, look who's after him.
Right there's the blitz. Finds the hole on that outside, and the big guy comes through there. And that pass was not even close, but he had to get rid of it, and he just overthrew his receiver, and there's fourth down. So real nice play.
And Northwestern was lucky at the end of that play. Burge almost wanted to take the head off of the intended receiver and kind of gave him a real big shove. The punt's going to roll inside the 10 down to, what about the 7-yard line? Hey, we want WRCX TV. You want it too. You want local? You should. You're paying for it. If you don't have WRCX television in your cable lineup, call your provider and tell them we want WRCX. For Dish and Direct, there are the phone numbers. Give them a call. Call them enough, they're going to go, maybe there is something to this. You need the local stuff. Give the call right now.
And we were talking about DeMar McKinney that had that rush on glass there. He's 6'2", 200. I'd make sure I'd free him up all the time on glass.
And he's quick because he gets in there quick.
See if we can get a pass play and get somebody to work in tandem here tonight.
We got some movement going on.
Look at that. That's the first time we've seen that formation.
Yeah, that looks like the old tight T formation. Yep. I thought they were going to set up in the wishbone there for a second, but it was tight T.
Rudy Scanlon coming in there, number 11, with the first hit. And then making another tackle or getting his big body in there is Evan Thomas.
I saw something the other night on TV where, what's his name who plays NCIS, Mark Harmon, and they showed him running.
For UCLA?
Yeah. This really young face. Everybody's getting older except me. Oh, man, wide open, just standing there saying, throw it to me.
And he missed it.
Yeah, he sure did.
Now he's going to keep it and run for dear life.
And picks up positive yardage. That's what you want to pick up.
That's his third receiver, Lee. If you watch on this replay, he's looking straight down to the middle of the field. He doesn't see it. Wide open down here low, underneath, doesn't see him. And now he rolls back to the right. Can't even get his screen off.
Oh, Matthew Hart was so
that's
open,
a lineman. You can't get it to him. And that's just too bad because they had him beat.
Yeah, and had first down yardage easily.
And again, you're looking at 3 or 4 things, plus you got people rushing at you. So
third and 9.
There you go. There you go. Look out here.
Got some opening and spun around as Van Noort, but I don't.
He got the first down though.
Did he get it? Yeah, he did. By about a yard.
Now here's this little screen pass that Lee and I talk about. Not enough schools do, and it's right here. It couldn't be easier for you. Right on the outside. Boom.
Got him in stride.
And missed block there. Otherwise, he picks up some more yardage. Coming through for a high hit was Robbie Glass. Didn't knock him down, just spun him around in a circle. So there it is. Here's your pass, Lee.
Going over to the far side.
Thomas on the keeper.
Not much of a pickup there, if any. So it's going to be second down. And about 10 yards to go for the first down.
7 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the first half.
And I'm kind of surprised because Northwestern has looked good at times on offense, but then it just fades.
Well, it's just being in sync, having that timing and executing, and that's the difference between what the score is on the scoreboard right now, 14-0. If you're in sync, you're tied, like we said, at 14. Let's see if they can get a score here in 7 minutes.
Because you're averaging 33 a game and only giving up 11 on the average. They fake it, looking for the
There
pass.
He's deep now. There he goes. If he keeps running.
Keep stride, and it's going to be a little short, and it's going to be
that one's picked.
Intercepted.
That's
going to be intercepted.
Luke Myers.
Luke Myers comes down with the football.
Now watch this. He doesn't quite get enough under this one. Let's see how he throws it off if he steps into it. He throws a pretty good throw, but just not enough underneath it. And this time it comes up short and intercepted there by Luke Myers.
Well, that time threw a little bit too much of a rainbow.
Yep. Well, I think he threw it late to begin with.
Well, he did.
If he threw it earlier, he might have had a chance to run under it.
So it's going to bring up first down and 10 for Shawnee. And Shawnee has called a timeout with 7 minutes in this first half, and Shawnee with that 14-0 lead. Don't forget, we're going to bring it up at halftime, and that is Security National Bank's throw for Doe. Marley Hosier for Northwestern, and Haley Rucker for the Shawnee Braves are going to be throwing for the Doe. And this week, maybe we're going to get that ball to come down just a little bit.
What I was thinking, I think, as much as we see all these ADs all the time, and they're all so great to us, we should have the throw for Doe with some of these ADs blindfolded because they make they threaten these girls to make that throw. And I think that would be hilarious. Throw for Doe blindfolded for the ADs.
Yeah, because they get pretty cocky sometimes. She better do a good job on this throw.
If she's not doing it, she's fired. Come on, dude.
That's funny.
They're youngsters.
Yeah, but we require a lot of our youngsters.
We'll just blindfold them and spin them around and let them throw. Be hilarious.
And jumping way off sides, Mitch was heading downfield. He was trying to get a bit of a break on the ball. And was already at the 50, and the ball hadn't been snapped.
I think miscommunication of, don't let up.
Kind of, sort of, maybe. It's going to bring up first down again, but first down at 15.
Guy I'm really impressed with on that line is a big guy. That's Wes Roberts. He's the center. He's 5'9", 290, right in the middle of your screen there. And he's doing a good job for Shawnee, doing some blocking. The offensive guys don't get that much credit.
No, they don't. But he hasn't missed a training
Look at
that. Oh, what a nice hole. And breaking through there like it was shot out of a cannon and then finally caught by 3 defenders and down.
Yeah, one more time. Matt Geyer, he's just a powerful runner, 5'10", 210. And look at him find these holes. And look at the stride. And right now, it's just a matter of hitting people and carrying them with him. One tackler comes shooting through there. That's Nathan Dewey. He's on him. Backed up by Current. And then finally tipped over by Matthew Hart. number 13 at the end of that run. But big gain for Shawnee as the clock winds.
Okay, and let's see if they do what they have been doing, shooting themselves in the foot again. We shall see. They've got the mo now. Robbie Glass, who has his first pass for a touchdown, and he's got his second of the season for a touchdown as Mitch comes up with the football. And that's going to be from, about 20 yards out for the score. And
about a 27-yard pass.
27-yarder.
And that's
now watch
go
Mitch. Mitch just
right up there, and Hart tries to break on it just a little late. Mitch right into his arms. Perfect throw, touchdown, and that's going to be number 3 for Shawnee.
Yeah, 20-0. And the ball is kicked by Miss Meeks, and it is good. And it is now 21-0 with 6:36 remaining here in this first half of action.
And what was just, a lead going into halftime for Shawnee of 14 looked kind of respectable for Northwestern, but now they've really dug themselves into a hole. Look at that beautiful sky in the background.
I thought they marked that good, but I guess they didn't. The scoreboard still has 20 up there. It is beautiful with some of these colors we've been seeing tonight. All right, here at Taylor Field, you see the scoreboard. It's they've got it still marked 20-0. I thought that was a good extra point.
That kick looked like it was good. The extra
looked
point.
Like it.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I could. One of our guys sitting here, yeah, he's over here blaming the wall that he couldn't see if it went through or not. What kind of official is that?
Well, I wonder if the officials on the field do that. I couldn't see because that tree was in the way.
Yeah.
That grass was in the way of that call. The field is long. I was down there on this field, and the field is long, so that has a tendency on a real grass field like this to slow down the running game, and it didn't slow down that pass play.
Well, the quarterback in there for the Shawnee Braves, that being Robbie Glass, has looked real good. Couple of touchdown passes tonight. There it is. They just put 21 on the board. A little slow, but it's there. Wait a minute. The ball's still rolling around. And Northwestern, boy, it's like they come out in the first game of the year just playing real nervous. And they finally came up with the football. Watch this, Gary.
Yeah, he just tries to squib kick it, and those are tough ones to pick up. Bounces off his ankle, turns around, spins it around. And that one, next player comes in, and then finally they get on it, and they lose about 10 yards on that.
10,
just
15
on that.
yards, yeah, easily.
And that clock is not your friend right now at 6:36 in the first half.
I mean, you've got the whole second half, but you've got to start doing something positive. And so far it's been a little tough for Northwestern, who's averaging 33 a ball game.
Nice keeper.
Now, that was a nice quarterback keeper. It wasn't designed to go up the middle.
That's a beautiful run.
Quarterback looked like he was going to roll with it and pick up yardage, but watch this.
And watch him run into Jaden Hall. He's 6 feet 210, and watch him hit him head on here. And this is a really nice play.
Yes.
Quarterback just finds a big hole there, and watch him lower his head and go boom right into the chest. No helmet to helmet. And Jaden Hall was awakened on that one.
I watched some of the people talking about it, especially the pros, going, one of these days we'll be playing two-hand touch.
Nice run on the backfield again. Ooh, what a tackle.
Nice tackle. What do you think about that, Gary? You think they're trying to be too safe?
I don't know. Rudy Scanlon, I don't know too safe, but I think what does ring, let me be aware of it, is you watch him dropped here in the backfield.
Yeah.
Is that a lot of the players that we grew up watching, the pros, can't even tie their own shoes. And I'm not trying to be funny. I mean, some of these players, it really had some damage, and I think you really need to, especially at this level in high school. There's a nice play.
Oh, nice play. Now that's the kind of play that should send some momentum heading your way. What a nice catch by Ben Van Noord as he crosses the 50 to the 45. Look at this.
Now watch, he's going to fake that handoff, and he's going to cross right underneath the coverage. Beautiful pass. Not many people like to cross across the middle, but Van Noord sure can. He's 6'1", 170. And number 6 got to be careful. Drew Mitch almost rolled up on there as a first down. But back to what we were saying most of the coaches anymore really stress safe tackling to make it a safer game. Otherwise, you just might not have a game, So.
And I agree with that. Don't lead with your head. Whoa.
Lots of room to the
chased
right.
Around in the pocket. Got a man over there just by the sticks. That being Van Noort. That was classic, Gary. Did you see him come back for the ball?
Now watch, he's looking down to the left for this play. His running back's coming out. He's open, but somewhat covered by Drew Mitch over there. Mitch pulls up close, and he throws over Mitch's head and wide open off to the sideline. And in on that coverage is Robbie Glass, kind of lost him, and now a little momentum change.
But that wasn't where Van Noort was. He was downfield about another 10 yards. Came back to get it. Oh!
He got hit in the head there. There's a flag.
Yeah. He couldn't defend himself.
That's David Hawks going to get called on that, number 23.
Yeah.
And that really
who was that?
Well, the pass was intended for Wade Reynolds.
Wade
again.
Reynolds, yeah. And Wade was just
stand there waiting for this ball. Yep.
Personal foul, helmet-to-helmet contact against Shawnee.
And let's see this again on the replay.
He's got a defensive.
Yeah, and let's see what happens here. They're marching him back. Ball's going to be down to the 20-yard line. No. They're down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
16, yeah. Man, that's a big penalty. This is a big break. And then you'll go into the locker room laid down with down 14 points. You got to get this ball into the end zone.
Well, you said the key words now. You've got to. You've got to get it. You've got to move it across that end line, and you've got to come up with at least
Wade
6.
Reynolds is out there. He's down here in the slot, so he must be okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
Other receiver is Burner. Man pulls up for the halfback slot. Here we go.
Looking nice blocking in there, but the rush starts to come, but he gets away. Heading for the sticks, and he's going to get the first down, it looks like, from our vantage point.
That was
again, another nice play by Gavin Thomas.
Yeah, Gavin Thomas is really making some plays here. Chasing him down is going to be Mansfield, number 11. And Mansfield's coming across from his safety position at the top of your screen right now. Cuts through there, and look at him fight for that marker, and he gets it. And good play by the Shawnee players, not to pile on him, but to go over him.
Going to be about a yard short. From up here, it looked like he had made it. But it's going to be about a yard short, a little less than that.
Might have just stepped out of bounds there with that 1 foot we couldn't see.
Going to take the ball on a bit of an option.
Gets down low and gets a couple extra yards there.
Yeah, he ducked underneath, went inside the 5. Where's they going to mark it now? Watch this. I like this.
And he gets down low. This is the old Marcus Allen dive play where he says, I'm just going to dive down there. And there he goes to about the 4-yard line.
All right, looking, got a hole, heading for that end zone. And did he make it? Now the official said he's a little bit short.
I think his knee's going to be right on that foot line. Not a yard, but I think a foot. Yeah, it is. Look where he spots it. Right there at the.
Second down and goal.
All right, second down and goal.
Yeah, Northwestern needs this in the worst way to get some momentum going, get that kickoff, come down, play some strong defense. Still time to get the ball back again.
Yes. Looking over to the sidelines, and finally Shane Carter says, let's talk this over and make sure that we've got all of our ducks in a row and everything is going to work.
Yeah, and number one is ball control. You do not want to turn that ball over. And then on the other side, as you can see, as Shawnee comes over there, Coach Spitzer kind of not real pleased about that. And you can always tell when a coach is not pleased when they take their hat off and put it back on their head again.
3 and 4 times.
Yeah, you know they're not real happy. On this side, you can tell that Shane is saying, let's just get this in the end zone. We need this in the worst way.
You're right. As the hat comes on, and then they start pulling hair with it.
You can only, even if you're driving down the street and you see two neighbors and one takes their hat off, you know they're arguing about something.
Especially when it goes to the ground.
Look at Coach Meeks is in here, and he's just listening to his defensive coordinator saying, now let's get to work. This is what we can't be doing.
I'm sure he said something a little bit more than that.
Probably.
All right, it's going to be second and goal.
From looking at where that ball is spotted, folks, right there on the left-hand side of your screen. That's like a football length away.
Yeah. But they got it. But they still got to put their heads down and get that.
Look
ball
for number
across
9
the
to
end
get
line.
the ball. Van Noord. There he goes.
There it is. goes in standing up from a yard out with 3:36 remaining in this first half. Finally, Northwestern crosses the goal line. Van Nord with a 1-yard run.
And look
over
at this
the
block.
side.
Look at that last block. Just opens up that big hole, and he just walks in.
Well, he sure did. That's a classic walk-in right there. All right. Now here comes the all-important extra point, as the score is now 21-6, and to keep it a 14-point ball game. I mean, it would still be a 2-score, but it's a lot easier to try to get 1 point than the 2 points. Ball snap back. There's the kick. It's good. Flags everywhere.
Flag on the play.
And
it wasn't good.
Wait a minute. This is going to be offside Shawnee. So decline that. The kick is good. And with 3:36 remaining here in this first half of action,
I'm not so sure the kick was not good, Lee.
Yeah, I think the kick was good. But they're talking with Shane Carter about what he wants to do, but I'm pretty sure he'll take the 1 point. Yeah, offsides on Shawnee. The kick was up, or was the penalty called before? It's good.
Okay, there we go. After all that.
Now wait a minute. They're lined up to kick it again. Can you say a little bit of confusion on the football field right now?
Dead ball foul.
Dead ball foul. I hate that.
So they are going to do this again.
All right.
3:36 left to go in the first half.
McGovery is going to give it a shot. And Shane Carter wanted some more talking about it. They're still going over the stuff. So they're going to okay, now the officials are still talking it over.
I don't want to play cards with these guys. I can't stay up that late.
Not so sure there's a poker face among any of them.
I don't think I can stay up that late.
Okay, we got that.
We got
offsides.
Shawnee.
Good.
We already had that.
But it was a dead ball foul, so it didn't count.
I don't know why you would take that penalty.
I wore myself out talking about that one. There's the kick. It looks good, and it is good.
All that.
So with 3:36 remaining in this first half of action, it is 21-7 in favor of the Shawnee Braves over the Northwestern Warriors. Do you think maybe they got that little bit of impetus now to move forward?
Well, I think if you go into halftime with this thought, yeah, we can score, and not have that thought in your mind that, we've had a bunch of drop passes, we have, miscommunication, and we don't have a score. Now they can go in the locker room and say, we can score, we can play with these guys. And I think that's going to pick up everybody that's on that Northwestern team. They just got to start doing the easy stuff first and make that work, and we've heard it all the time from all the coaches. It's just to execute the play. And that's, other than the quarterback, who was just doing a great job, Gavin Thomas and and Ben Van Nord. Some of these other players got to show up right now.
Yeah, they do. Especially defense. If you get a chance to intercept the ball, get it and go, because that's what they need. If they can get a big one on defense, then that's really going to put old Mo on their side.
Shawnee, on the other hand, has to do the same thing. They have to clean up. They have to clean up their defense as well, as Coach Spitzer was saying over there on the sideline. And otherwise, third quarter, we could have a tie ball game here.
Boy, that's not beyond the realm of possibilities either. 21-7. You're going, no, but yeah. All right, Northwestern will kick off, and hopefully he just kicks the woolly jiggers off of it. I don't want to see a short one to give. If you're in Northwestern's booth, you don't want to give them another shot at great field position with 3.5 minutes remaining.
You just kick it deep and try to pin them back. And I don't, the squib kick we've talked about a lot. We've seen it a lot, and that's probably a safety. You want to get rid of this ball here.
Yeah,
I'm really surprised.
There it is. That's a nice bounce, and finally fallen on by Shawnee. Boy, the way that hung in the air, I thought, whoa.
Matt Geyer, but still, look where the ball is placed, though, Lee. It's going to be out almost close to the 30.
I think you're right, Gary. Going to be right either inside the 30 or, well, they've moved it back some. Let's see. This might
28-yard line.
28, okay. So 28-yard line. Going to be first down and 10 And there's 3:36 remaining here in this first half of action. And again, what Northwestern needs here, Gary, is a stop. And they need to stop quickly to give themselves a chance at moving the football again, because they did move it well on that last drive. Bit of a counterplay in the backfield. Oh, look out. Boy, this guy gets the football. You better put on your football shoes. Jaden Hall, he's a load.
Now watch Blake Burge come in here to make this tackle from the backside. Burge is at the top of your screen. And he's going to get a block and come back for the ball right there in the middle of your screen and make that tackle. But that's the stuff you need to stop in the backfield. And that's the lineman having to go all the way from where he is up here at the top of the screen, all the way back, and there's 8 yards right there.
But Burge, he did a nice job of getting rid of that.
Oh, definitely. Here's
block.
the keeper to this side. Now watch the closing speed here. Real nice play on the outside.
Well, that was a nice play. Was that Van Noord?
Yeah, that was Van Noord. Just now
watch.
Watch.
He's all over.
Now he's right here. Now watch. He's biting on it right here at the bottom of your screen. Now watch him pull back. Eyes on the quarterback. He goes, okay, I got him. These guys are being blocked up in front of me. I'm going to make this and seal the corner. Stiff arm right in the face mask. But he still makes a tackle. But coming across to try to back him up is number 30, and that's Burner. So real nice play. That's textbook for number 9 there, Ben Van Noord.
Van Noord.
Stay home. Watch the quarterback's eyes and see him come your way.
Well, like you talked, Gary, he did keep his eyes on him. The big guy.
Counter
is he
the other
gonna
way.
get the first down? Yeah.
Yep. First down, and that clock still runs at 2. Will run after they set the markers at 2:46.
Right. So
pretty good ball game, then I kind of expected, like what you said, that might be tied here about 14, and I think we're going to see a big change coming out of that locker room for Northwestern, and then I think you might see, Shawnee maybe go to the air a little more. We'll see.
Because they may have to change things around just a little bit.
Because they're going to be focusing on the running backs.
Yes. Snap back.
Back to pass.
Last looking and overthrows.
He was taken down there too. He was hammered in the backfield.
Luke Myers had no chance at getting that. And that's one thing, Gary. Look at the rush. Watch the rush.
Now watch the corner blitz up here. You're going to see coming across there is going to be Current. Now watch him break that tackle. Yeah, it might have been a little late hit there, to tell you the truth, because he already had thrown that ball. But
it was.
But it was pretty good coverage there. They almost got there, but again, good protection by Shawnee. Has come down to this lower side is going to be Schuler, and he can go pretty fast.
2nd and 10. Clock is stopped, so it helps out Northwestern on that.
Blitz on that right side.
Yeah, here comes Robbie Glass picking up some running room.
See ya.
Look out! He's got one to beat, and he's not going to beat him, and that being his counterpart. Gavin Thomas hit him low and got him out of bounds right around just as he was crossing the 30.
And that's what you hate to see if you're a coach. There's your quarterback making a diving tackle with his shoulder, and probably not his throwing arm, but we'll see right here at the bottom. And he's going to go low, and that's a pretty safe tackle. Knocked him out of bounds. But again, that's a big gain. They had kind of a blitz on there, and I think Robbie saw that and went around it.
Well, he went through it because they ran by him.
Yeah.
They ran by him.
Yep.
All right. 2 minutes, 12 seconds, and the whistles go, and what do we have?
Yeah, hopefully not a discussion on that extra point.
The clock is still running, and I'm not so sure why they're doing that.
Probably not the night to be indecisive.
I'm not quite sure what that is. The one official is, okay, they put it back at 2:21. So that's about where it was. Am I confused? Look, the ball slipped right out of his hands.
I think
is that Northwestern's ball? Let us see.
On the third effort, I think Northwestern gets it back. Let's see.
Because he was going back to pass the ball.
Watch.
Now watch it leave his hand.
Oh, he lost it.
Yes.
And then it's back down there.
Well, they're saying that Shawnee got it.
They must have gotten it back there. I thought the Shawnee initially got it, and then I think they lost it. And
you're right.
I thought Northwestern had it, and that would have been a blessing, but a big sigh of relief for the Shawnee fans there.
Looks like Skylar Wood may have come up with that football.
Tripped down here at the bottom, one at the top.
All right, we'll see. Needs to pass. He's rolling. Here
Pressure's
comes the
on.
rush.
Ooh.
There's the pass. It's going to be long. Nice defensive play. There's another red jersey that's been all over the field. Gavin Thomas.
Gavin Thomas is the quarterback, of course. He had a nice tackle to run him out of bounds. We're talking about Glass on the previous long gain. Now watch this 25 is barreling down and just going to hit him there, Hager, as that ball's released, and then they'll just knocked away by Gavin Thomas. Otherwise, that's might have been a catch. He might have been just a little bit out of bounds.
But that would have been a big gain. That would have put him down within that red zone. And
been 27-7 going into halftime. Not good for Northwestern. Here we go again.
1:30 remaining. Here's the pass. Boy, he was hit too. It throws it way over the head of the intended receiver, and that being Robbie Glass.
Yeah, and he's also talking to the referee out there, going, "Was that a late hit? Was that?" Oh, watch it right here on your
I was gonna say,
replay. It's back to pass. Coming through, lineman is going to
Drew Mitch. I
don't think it was that a big. I think he just had his hand on his chest.
Yeah, yeah. And there wasn't that much going on down there with the receiver and the defender either.
Now here you go, 1:26 left to go.
4th and 16 for that first down.
And normally that would do the punting would be the quarterback, or would be Robbie Glass, but back there is going to be Drew Mitch. Let's see what they're going to do here.
Well, they're going to call timeout to begin with. 1:26. And this is interesting because you could try pooching that ball toward the sidelines, and even if you only get about 10 or 15 yards, you're kicking it further away from the goal. But now if they don't get it, if it's an incomplete, that gives Northwestern real good field position.
Look at where that's going to be at the 37-yard line.
Don't forget, you can get connected. Always get connected with localtv4me.com. Community events. You want sports stories, contest videos, all you got to do is go to www.localtv4me.com and get connected and stay connected all the time. All right. I would have liked to have been on that conversation with Gavin Thomas as they were talking to the coaching staff there.
Well, but probably, it's not the old pass interference like the NFL.
Yeah.
They're not going to place the ball. I mean, if you do get a pass interference call. But I think for, the defenders for the cornerbacks for Northwestern, once that ball, they see those eyes get big, turn around because you're going to get a chance to having some picks here. And look down at the bottom of the screen again. That's Schuler.
And let's see. There's just one at the top. This looks like a fairly. Mitch is in there at quarterback.
And then your running back is going to be Jaden Hall.
Man
in motion is Glass.
Here
Glass has
Glass.
it.
Nice play. I mean, just knifing across there was that number 3, Gavin Thomas. Watch this.
Here's your quarterback, folks, and he's not in your picture right now, and all of a sudden he will appear right here at the bottom from his safety position all the way. That's a long ways to go, folks, because he's back there for a deep pass if he does have a halfback pass. And he says, no, he's going for it. So this is interesting. With 1:15, we talked about they had a chance to get another score. And if they have a wide receiver that's going to turn around and catch the ball, this is the time to do it.
It sure is. And again, maybe you want to do that pass over the middle like they did before. That may be open.
You got to get out of bounds, though. Here's a run. Pick up about 6 there, 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, about 5 yards. Going to bring up second down and about 5 to go for the first down.
Jonah Hay once more time there, 64.
60 seconds remaining.
Short passes outside, Lee. Stop that clock and then go from about the 35 into the end zone.
You are right. Rolling. Got that running room. Cutting back. What a nice cut. And makes the dive. Now they got to get back and get to the line of scrimmage. The clock is stopped with 44 seconds.
Watch this
remaining.
replay, folks. This is beautiful. Quarterback's going to go to the right side. Look at, he sees that big hole. All the defense is pulled that way. He could drive his car through there And he comes back, dodges one tackle, and I like the way he lunged for the extra yardage. Here's
Looking
the pass.
again, got sidelines and did not go out of bounds. Incomplete.
Oh, boy, that's
incomplete.
I'm not so. They've caught one pass, I think, here tonight. Is that correct or not?
That's about what I've got, yeah. Yeah. And their passing coming into the ball game has not been all that bad. Gavin.
And actually, Lee, those passes have been all catchable.
Catchable. Because Gavin Thomas hits 55.6% of his passes, and they've been there, like you said, Gary. Man in motion.
Get
Thomas
the outside.
going to the far sideline. He's going to have to get out of bounds. As he stopped, he had a whole bunch of Shawnee Braves all over him.
That was a nice pursuit from Shawnee to get him to the outside, but, you can go ahead and throw that ball, Lee.
You got to. I mean, you got third down, and now you got 11 yards to go.
And you only have 27 seconds left.
That's it. But, boy,
but a big comeback for Northwestern at this point in the game because they, you even talked about it when they were down 7 points. They had their heads down, but play clock's rolling down there to 12:10, and they better get moving here.
Yes,
it's down to 8 seconds.
Gavin Thomas looked over to the sidelines.
Man in motion.
Man in motion. Van Ord. Here comes the rush, and gonna be dropped in the backfield.
That's going to hurt
that
this play.
That one just didn't look right when it was going.
Adam Moore doing his job, and that's going to probably do it here. Well, they called a timeout. They're going to go deep to the end zone, that's for sure.
Yeah, they had one left.
And look at this lead. This is that play, and look at the pursuit coming through there. 53 for Shawnee is Josh Lang, and getting some big help there with 53 is another guy there was
27 was
27
Max Geyer,
on it,
yeah, so Max Geyer put a nice rush on there too. So it all boils down to this.
What score do you have, Lee, if you have those two catches, those two long balls that we saw?
Well,
what's the score now?
You got 21-21
there
at
we
halftime.
go. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you got to go in there with that mindset that we can do this. We just have to do it.
We have to do it. And then call Fred Bolitnikoff and get yourself some sticking. I saw a piece on that, and the one guy that was the announcer,
I saw the same thing.
He said, "Here, try this." And he spread that on there. And just stuck.
And he just stuck. I saw the same thing. It was hilarious.
That was funny.
Yep.
Well, still a little bit of confusion here on the sideline as the quarterback comes over and I don't think has the play. They had to call it back again.
3 wide receivers going deep here at the bottom of your screen, folks.
8 seconds
and
on the play
they
clock.
better not slow down.
Here they go. Here comes that
Over
rush.
The middle is open deep. He was wide open in the middle.
It just didn't. That's the one thing that Gavin Thomas has been today is a little late on some of his throws.
Now look what happens here, though, Lee. It's going to be. This going to be 14 seconds is on the clock, and it's going to be first down for Shawnee, and they can do a Hail Mary.
Wow, they are going to get another chance at this,
and that's why you want to use that clock, Lee.
With 14 seconds remaining, yeah. Well, that's still plenty of time. So you got to put 3 guys defensively on the line of scrimmage and put everybody else back. Make them run the ball around for a while.
Go ahead, make them throw underneath.
Yeah.
See how this defense looks here. Yeah, they got cover 2 back there.
All right, let's
see how many they're going to rush here. They're going to rush 3.
That's what it looks like.
Rushing 3. Everybody else is covered. You want to have a man on Wes Schuler, and you also want to have a guy on Skylar Wood and Mitch at the top.
Yeah.
Everybody should be man-to-man. Man moving up there a little bit in the slot. And in motion, here we go with Glass.
There goes Glass. Here comes the rush. Here comes the pass. Got it deep enough. This is going to be intercepted. Back at the 10-yard line. Eludes a couple of tacklers. Now there's still 6 seconds left on the board.
Matthew Hart, number 3. That's Matthew Hart's number 3 interception. There he goes. Look at this. He says, "This is mine." Oh, beautiful.
There it is.
Yeah, that's the best feeling in the world, but unfortunately, there's not a lot of time on the clock to do much with it with 6 seconds left.
Well, Matthew Hart just zeroed in on that. Did a nice job of playing it.
Yeah, if you got some kind of a crossing pattern here just to confuse the defense, which is hard to do to try to confuse Shawnee.
Well, now
that's all you have left.
Now you just get a cannon out there and just throw it.
And this is probably the last play if it doesn't hit the ground in 6 seconds.
Yeah, they threw it right out there in the
And
flat
that's
and
gonna
no
be it.
running room.
And that's it.
Yeah, as Shawnee was all over him there. So it is halftime. That does it for the first half of action, with Shawnee leading Northwestern by the tune of 21-7. Coming up, we'll take a look at the first half, and we'll also be throwing for dough as well. Brought to you by Security National Bank, right here as the Northwestern Warriors hosting the Shawnee Braves on the local TV for me, Sports Network.
You're watching the Hometown High School Football Game of the Week on WRCX Television, brought to you by our local All-State agent, Jim Twiggs. Tonight's game is also being brought to you by the Greater Ohio Eye Surgeons, Muffler Brothers of Springfield, Urbana, and Fairborn, and the IH Credit Union.
It's time to eat, and you want great Mexican food with friendly service at a fair price. It's time for
My Mariachis.
With 3 convenient locations, you're never far away from a great meal at
My Mariachis.
Don't accept imitations. It's time for
When your ride is overheated, choking, spinning, sputtering, stopped, or just too slow, trust the pros at Muffler Brothers. With locations in Fairborn, Urbana, and Springfield, you're right around the corner from repair service you can count on. Get your car the attention it deserves. See the real pros in town, Muffler Brothers.
Although the world is ever-changing, the basic rhythms of life remain the same. One being people's passion to build families, communities, houses, businesses. But turning passion into reality is often challenging. For all of life's moments, count on Security National Bank.
There it is. You see the score, 21-7 in favor of Shawnee over the Northwestern Warriors here on senior night. Let's check first half scoring and see what we got, Gary.
Well, you got a big running back, and this guy is Matt Geyer. And the very first score of the game, as you will see right here, is he goes right up the middle, and he is gone for a touchdown. That's Matt Geyer for a 46-yard touchdown run with 8:23 to go in the first quarter. Here's the second scoring drive as Glass comes back to hand off, goes back for a deep pass, and there he is in the corner of the end zone, and that is a number 3, Wes Schuler, and he gets that 30-yard pass for a touchdown, and that was a beautiful throw, and that's his first touchdown pass I think he's thrown. Then he comes right back with another one. He's going to hit Drew Mitch with a perfect pass right over the middle, and coming up trying to knock it down, just can't get there, is Matthew Hart, and it's a touchdown. That's 21-0. And then finally, with the ball on the 1-foot line, here comes the big guy running back. Going in there is Ben Van Ord for a touchdown at 3:36 left to go. And that put us at 21-7. And then towards the end of the first half, Matthew Hart, number 13, came up with a pick. Yeah. But that was the end of the half.
That was end. We'll be coming back right here at halftime with the Security National Bank's Throw for Dough from Northwestern High School. It'll be Marley Hosher and Haley Brucker. Both will be throwing for the dough on the local TV for me, Sports Network.